Alright guys, so today is an exciting day because as you can see, my package has arrived. I finally received the VELOCITYONE FLIGHT yoke and throttle quadrant system. Now I'm super excited for this because I've been waiting for it for a long time. Finally, I was able to get my hands on one of these guys. So I'm going to do the unboxing now. I'm going to open this up so you guys can see what's inside. And we'll take a look and see what the quality is like. And I apologize in advance, I know this is not the regular place where I usually shoot the videos, but just because the box was so big, I just figured I would use this extra space just so that I can kind of spread stuff out and you guys can see it. So I'm super excited, let's get into this. I'm going to open this up and let's see what's inside. I'm really dying to set this thing up and try it out. So this is a huge box. Take me a while to get this thing out because I'm by myself. Okay, so I'll leave this here for now. Alright, and look at that, guys. Alright, I'm going to open up all the bags just so you guys can see. I'm just making sure there's nothing in here because this looked kind of heavy. So there's nothing in this tray. So first thing I notice is in this bag, I'm going to take this out. So here we have the throttle quadrant, and this actually feels really nice. So you see there's a detent, it actually stops. Goes down to about here and then it stops, and then you have to kind of force it down into the bottom detent. So these feel really nice. Here's the trim wheel. The trim wheel also feels really smooth. And then you have your throttle, your mixture, and your prop. And these also really have a nice feel to them. And there's a couple of programmable buttons here. So they come with, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they come with little letters on them. So B5, B7, B9, and so forth. And these buttons can be programmed to do different tasks. And I believe there's something in the bag here that'll give you stickers that you can place on them just so you know what they do and what function they perform. So that's one piece. I'll leave that here for now. And I'll leave these packages over to the side because I know we're going to need those afterwards. Okay, so let's look at the big piece now. Alright, so for the big piece, oh wow. This is a little bit bigger than what I was expecting. I currently own a CH yoke. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. This is the bottom part to it. And this little lid here does open. And in here you'll find the little key that'll let you latch the bottom, which has the little feet. These will come out. And you can place this on your desk and then tighten it from the top. You'll see there's these big two areas where you can put that key in and rotate them, and that'll tighten it to your desk. And this is the part you guys are all waiting for. So this is the front of the yoke, and I can tell right now this feels really nice, a lot smoother than what I'm currently using. So on the front, in behind the yoke here, oh, these are nice. This is magnetic. So you'll see it comes with I don't know if you guys can see this, but it comes with a couple of warning signs on like this plastic piece. And this actually all lights up. I can show you guys once I have it all plugged in. But on the back here, I know it's kind of dark, I'm sorry guys. But on the back here, you'll see that there's some magnets. And once you kind of just place this on the back, it just sticks to it, which is really nice. And once it's lit up, you'll probably be able to see it better. So on the front, you see there's a little screen which you can rotate through the menus and the profiles. You have your A, B, X, Y buttons, your menu buttons, and then you have a whole bunch of other buttons here on the sides. You have your hat stick and your trigger buttons. I know it's hard to see, but again, once I have this thing all plugged in, I'll show you guys what it looks like. It looks really good. And in here you have some extra, oh, this is nice. So there's some screws in this bag over here. And in here they give you some extra little toppers, I guess, for the controls. So if you wanted to move the single prop engines over to the top, you can have your throttle, your prop, your mixture, and I guess your flap. I'm guessing that's what this is, but you can interchange these for the top part. So these white ones here, all 4 of these, if you wanted to change them, you could change them like that. Pretty cool. Okay. For now, I'm going to leave them as is because I prefer it with the engines. And then lastly, let's just take a look here. So they gave us Welcome to Velocity 1. It's like a little booklet. This has instructions on it, I guess. In here, they gave us another one of those plates with, oh, interesting. This one here looks like it's empty. Let's take a look what this is. Okay, so not sure, but this panel here you can see doesn't have any words on it, whereas the one that comes with it already has words. So maybe you can put your own, or maybe this is just if you wanted lighting. I'm guessing, I'm not sure. It does look white, so maybe you can write on it. We'll see. Maybe there's something else in here that'll tell us. And then in here, what is this one? Man, they give you a lot of stuff in this box. So in this one, oh, I see. These are the sticky pads. And these are for if you don't want to clamp it to the bottom of your desk, you can put these on the bottom and wherever you need to, and then this will stick to your desk so it doesn't slide around. That's pretty cool. And then they gave us this little booklet type thing, and I just opened it to see. I see. So this one here actually gives you a bunch of little stickers, and these ones have things like prop de-ice, pitot, heat, map, AP master, auto rudder. So there's a bunch of different things that you can actually take off of this one. And I mean, these buttons, they don't look like they're for this one. They look like they're more for the quadrant for these the buttons with the letters, the B6, the B8, the B7. So I think these buttons go here once you've programmed them to whatever you need them to be. Don't hold me to that, I think that's what it is. And then they give you this one here. Now these ones look bigger and rounder. I don't know if you guys can see those. So these stickers, I believe these are for this piece because they're black as well. So these ones have things like stall warning, pitot heat, parking brake, door warning, fuel low. So all these are like warning or things that you'd want to light up on this. So that makes sense that these go together. All right. And then you have Turtle Beach. This is the warranty service. You have some attention paperwork. And then they gave you this little booklet here, which is a quick start guide with information as to how to go through the menu, set up the colors, and everything else. So that is everything that's in the box. I'm going to set this up, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So just before I go and install the new system, I thought it would only be fair that I show you guys my existing setup. So I got 3 monitors connected. I have the SciTech multi-panel there on the side. I currently have this CH Flight Sim yoke, I guess you'd call it, and this one currently has the throttles here at the top, the mixture and the props, and then it has these 2 little levers, one for the landing gear and one for the flaps, and it also has a couple of buttons. So this one isn't bad for anybody who's starting. There is a little wheel here. I know it's dark to see, but the wheel, you can use that as trim, and it also connects to the bottom of the desk, you can see there. And then I have some rudder pedals at the bottom. Again, I know, I'm sorry it's dark. But yeah, this is my setup. This is currently what I'm running with. Okay, so let's talk about now how to set this thing up. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to open up this lid and we're going to retrieve the key that's in here. And then the key, you're going to place it into the hole here. And then you see that as you spin this, you're going to release the leg further and further down. Okay? So once this clamp is out as far as you want, this is what's going to go underneath the desk. So you're just going to keep spinning it until it's loose enough. And then once you put it on the table, then you're going to tighten it again, and then it'll hopefully stay on your desk. While I'm on this side, you'll notice that there is a port here. And this port is, if you had a headset, you can plug it directly into this, which is neat. So you don't always have to look at the back of your computer. So it looks like that's as far as the clamp will go down. I think that's the max. So you're going to do that for both sides. So I'm just going to rotate the unit. So on this side, we have the same thing. We're just going to put the key in. Sorry guys, it's a little difficult to do with both hands. But we're going to put the key in on this side. Okay, and then we're just going to spin it to open it up. And you'll see that right now it's completely in the unit, and as I spin, it just kind of comes out on its own. So I'm going to spin it to the max, just like the other one. And once that's done, we'll put it on the table. So in the meantime here, guys, so you can see that the throttle quadrant, that piece, that connects here where the big circle is. I'll show you guys how to do that. And then you're going to see that there's two connections right on the side here. So you're going to have a blue connection and you're going to have a red connection. So I'll show you what those are for in a second. All right, so now that I've loosened up those clamps, I know it looks weird. It's just because the clamps kind of roll into it when it's down flat. So again, guys, talking about those cables from before, this is really nice. So they give us a cable that will connect, which is this blue one. We're going to connect this one, which is USB-C, to the main unit. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so you're going to connect it to the main unit, and then the other end, we're actually going to connect that to the throttle, just because this is two separate units, right? So the nice thing is, in most other units, sometimes you have to connect them individually, so it takes up 2 USB slots. So in this case, you have one cable that connects the throttles to the unit, and then you have one more cable, which is the red one. So this is a USB-C, which will connect here. And once we connect it to this only has one USB out towards the computer. So I find that to be really nice. And this cable actually is, it looks like it's really long, so that's even better. Now the next wire you guys want to plug in is the red one. So the red one has one USB-C, and this one plugs right into the main unit as well. Okay, make sure that it's nice and snug. And then once those two cables are connected, now you can see that you just have one main connection, which is the USB, and this one will connect straight into your computer, which is nice. So I'm going to put these wires over to the side for a second, now that that's connected. And then to connect the throttle quadrant, it's pretty straightforward. You have this circular piece on the quadrant, and this circular piece just lines up with the unit, as so. And then you push, and you're going to hear it click. So 1 second. There we go. And there you go. So you have one full unit now. So I'm going to put it on my desk, tighten it down, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so we're getting somewhere. I've placed it on my desk. I've had to make some changes. You can see the throttle quadrant is there. There's my 3 monitors, and I've had to shift over the multi-panel over to the left, just because that gives me more reach. As if it was on the right side, I would have to get in behind the throttle quadrant to push the buttons, which didn't make any sense. So now that the throttle quadrant is in the position that I'd like, again, what you want to do now is you just want to make sure that you're tightening the legs now. And this will tighten it up to the desk so that it doesn't move. And once this is done, you're just going to put this away. I've already plugged it into the PC from behind, and then we'll test it out and make sure everything is working. So far it looks good. It's on a slight angle, and the only reason for that is because this desk, obviously you can see it's kind of tight with all the monitors and stuff. I don't know if you can tell, but I kind of had to place it over the base of the screen just so that it fit in the position that I wanted. It's not ideal, but for now it's going to work. And yes, it is, like I said, it is a little bit on an angle, but not too bad. I can still see everything. And once I turn it on, you'll see that it doesn't make that much of a difference. Everything still feels and seems solid, so we should be good. So I'm going to plug everything in now, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's plugged in. Alright, so once you're done, you're just going to place the key back in its position, and the last thing you want to do is just put the little cover back on to make it nice and smooth. And then again, this is one of those things that you may change with time, but the warnings displays, you can leave them as is for now. And then underneath the throttle quadrants, right now these are not programmed to anything, so I wouldn't even know what stickers to put on there. But I know that this has a lot of default profiles and stuff, so I'm just going to start up the computer and we'll take a look at how this looks. Now I know, there's my foot pedals. I know that this has many different profiles for all the different aircrafts, so single, multi, and you can change those knobs at the top. And on top of that, I know that you can actually change the colors of the yoke itself. Oh, there we go, guys. We have some lights and power. Everything is blue right now, which I think I might actually leave it on blue. That looks really nice. Look at that. That is so cool. That is awesome. Now, one thing, guys, to note is that the warning signs, those ones right behind the yoke, my understanding is that they currently do not work. We are going to be waiting for a patch or some sort of an update, and once that's available, that one should get everything working. But as of right now, I don't believe they work. But they do light up, which is nice. So it's just a matter of time. And then there's a little display. So Velocity 1, input method, Xbox, default. So everything seems to be up and running. It looks really nice. I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview again from top to bottom now, what I've done. And there you go. So I have the foot pedals at the bottom. Okay, then I have now the Flight Velocity 1 yoke. And then I have the multi-panel now on the left, which isn't on just because I haven't started up the sim or anything. And that's pretty much it. And then on top I have obviously the LED lights on the top and bottom, and I have the nice big picture of the aircraft just to complete the whole system. So I know you guys probably can't see this, I know it's blurry, but in terms of the options it gives you, it has input mode, it has profile, it has training, chronometer, and settings. So you can change the colors of the back, I believe, if you were to go to, let's see, settings, I think. Yeah, there's LED colors. And then you have a bunch of different options. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? That's pink, that's red, there's yellow. I guess that's like a different type of yellow. Then we have a green. That looks really nice too. And then we have like a light blue, a darker blue, and purple, pink, and red. So we're going back in a circle. So, and you can make it brighter if you'd like to. I really do like the blue, so I think I'm going to leave it on that for now. This one looks nice, so I'll leave it here. And then you have status panel mode. I don't really know what that is. Oh, you have ambient. There's a custom. I don't know what this means. Custom SIP. Oh, look at that. So that actually made the back of those LED lights green and everything else continued to stay blue. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what that is, but status panel mode. Okay. If anybody knows what that is in the display, let me know. Maybe that's something that's going to come in the future where, you know, those warnings will light up. Hopefully. So I'm gonna leave everything as is. So right now I'm gonna leave it as ambient because that's where it was. And then you have brightness, screen brightness, and then we're back again to everything else. So there is a firmware update here. I'm on firmware version 1.0.4. I don't know if there is a new mode. Update mode, let's see. Oh, it's doing something. So maybe there was an update. Okay, so it's an update mode, but I think I have to install a program for it in order to do it. So What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for now. If I can exit this mode, probably not. Oh. And I'm going to try figuring out how to get this to update to the newest firmware by reading the instruction manuals. And that's pretty much it, guys. So in the future, I'll show you how it works with the sim and how smooth it is. But I just want to give you guys a look at how it feels and how it looks. I think it looks amazing. It feels really good compared to what I used to have. So I'm not complaining. Everything feels nice. And let me know if you guys got one yourselves and if you guys like it. So just to give you guys an idea, so there's the multi-panel, it's on, it's working. Here I can change the altitude if I wanted to, the vertical speed, activate the autopilot or navigation or whatever I need on the aircraft. I got my maps on one screen, I got my chatting on the other. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. So I hope you guys like what you saw, you learned something new, and you like the new upgraded setup. As always, if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.